Quick question.
Yeah.
So I'm like still addicted to chicken pretty much. And like I was wondering, like as a whole system, like it's tied into everything.
Yeah.
One of the ways like the profit motive sort of takes our humanity away from, you know, a sense of interconnectedness. And a lot of the people who go out eat at Burger King, McDonald's, like a lot of them are just like living day by day in survival mode.
Foods aren't healthy for us, and they're really cheap to produce because we're exploiting animals, you know, we're exploiting souls. Whereas even cheaper, we could be feeding people rice, potatoes, grains, legumes, sustaining them on vegetables, which require less resources, less land. So the actuality is vegetable, plant-based foods are cheaper for the environment, for the farmers. It's easier to exploit life than subsidize vegetable farms. And
we talked about Paul McCartney and his meat-free Mondays.
Yeah? What do you think about that?
I think it's a good first step.
I do too, yeah. Because for some people, they've never even thought about not having meat at a meal. It's kind of paradoxical to think that you're getting something healthy from the ocean when we're at this point polluting it at such a fast rate. Like you said, we're not living in a vegan world. We're using manure, we are using pesticides. But I think as people make the connections and become more, you know, create the demand for plant-based products, vegan products, those standards are also going to change because there are already, you know, people who eat plant-based who won't support certain farms because they use bees or they, you know, use too much water or, you know, their practices aren't sustainable. To us, like going vegan is like a baseline. That's not, you know, the most you can do. That's the least you can do. And then you start checking from there. You start making more ethical decisions like...
Start doing the ethical dance.
The ethical dance. Let's get ethical.
Yeah.
Do you think that like the decisions you make can have an impact on the structures we're talking about?
If it spreads to enough other people.
Yeah.
If I'm able to influence enough other people, like me, no way, just one person is not enough. But with influence, then you could, you know, impact those structures.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you don't even know how you're influencing someone just by ordering a vegan option in front of them. Like, that's something they've never considered, maybe never even was on the menu. And now they're like, wait, I can get a vegan hot dog? Like, what is that? Imagine flicking one cigarette into the woods. Like, you can start a whole forest fire. Not like we're trying to burn the forest down, but that knowledge, those seeds can spread so fast.
He had this joy with him that was infectious. The good kind of infectious.
It's one person. You can infect 15. They'll
the
infect.
Compassion dance. Ethical dance.
The ethical dance.
Main ways though to like, you know, eating eggs or milk products, dairy products.
So I think there are humane ways. I don't think there would be any humane way. For dairy, the only way to get the milk from the animal is to take her baby away, right? So, because if you don't take him away, he's going to drink all the milk. So I don't think I could ethically take a baby's milk away from him.
What about eggs?
The wild hen would only lay maybe like 12 or 14 eggs. The egg-laying hens that we have in battery cages, they lay 200 to 300 eggs a year because they've been like genetically modified. But then they also induce these stress response sort of cycles on them where they deprive them of food and water for days, they deprive them of light, they put them in the dark for days, and then it triggers them to lay even more eggs. So I mean, if you wanted an egg to be a staple in your diet, the only way to do it is to, you know, hurt these hens, trick their bodies, modify them. Otherwise, I mean, you would get 12 eggs a year from a wild hen, and they eat their own eggs. They get a lot of nutrition from them.
Yeah.
So to me, like, I just don't think animals should be used. Like, I don't think that anything was put here for me to just exploit it. And eggs aren't good for me at all, so I don't like, I don't think I need that in my diet. So I would
just... not good for you?
They have a ton of saturated fat and cholesterol. So, like, there's twice as much cholesterol in one egg as there is in a Big Mac sandwich.
Gonna get ethical, foghorn.
So can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
You seem like you've thought a lot about like the systematic problems, the financial, the sustainability, all that. Does the ethical implications of this bother you at all? Like the fact that we're exploiting souls.
Yeah.
We're in survival mode. It would make sense for those traits to come out of us, you know. But most of us aren't in survival mode right now. You know, we're not thinking like, where's my next meal? Where am I sleeping tonight? So I think that's when you can cultivate that compassion. That's
I agree. I agree. That's why, you know, I think that's all completely unnecessary.
Yeah. All these foods, they have mammalian hormones, and we're mammals. So think about how they interact with like our natural.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Especially things like cheese and milk, you know, that's coming from the mammalian gland of a pregnant animal. Think about all the hormones in that.
Aren't there good types and bad types of cholesterol? Like there's LDL and HDL?
So your body converts the fats into cholesterol. So there's no good form of dietary cholesterol, but your internal cholesterol, there's good and bad, Yeah. Do you think you would try to go vegan? You would?
Yeah, I'll do some research tonight.
It's good. It's got paprika in it.